So we had some audio issues with this session, so here's a summary with a few good clips and subtitles thrown in. So at first they're just trying to figure out who poisoned Nazim and Percy. Cook, the cook, insists that the slave girl could not have done it, but mentions something about a girl, but not Itness.
So we know it's a woman, right? Or supposedly? No. Well, whatever. It's like, I can't, it's okay. I remember them saying something about a woman, so I'm assuming it's, and there's other women in here, so I think there's her, this wench, this one, and is this a girl? I can't tell.
They eventually stop suspecting the slave girl just to get Cook to stop complaining about possible torture.
What does not cooking, have to do with being held upside down?
She has short hair, not short hair, not like super short hair, but short hair. See, you're okay. Everything's okay. Just cooperate and stuff. Things will be okay.
Next, Nazim challenges whether Annika actually trusts them or not, so to prove she trusts them, Annika shows them a secret, though a great deal of her motivation at this point is spite.
Nazim literally looks back and like, what the hell are you doing? Shouldn't you be, like, laying down?
He kind of glances over his shoulder. Oh, so now we're all here. Great. All talk about everything in my room.
Except for the brat. The brat's not here unless he's sneaking around somewhere. He's probably in your room right now. Just kidding. Of course he fucking is. Of course he fuck. Oh my god, that person looks mangled as fuck.
She was mangled as fuck. Apparently Annika's daughter was fucked up by her dad. After cursing at Unum for sneaking into her room and making sure the kid Layla was okay, the Alpha kicks back with these nerds and casually mentions a possibility of an alliance with the Bloodhounds. And that's when something called a Michelangelo shows up. He's another Alpha, like Annika, but more...
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I know.
And that would be totally fine if he wasn't also a sexist bigot.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Is that in character?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Turns to Hazel and crosses his arm.
Oh my god. Kill him, please.
Don't come barging into someone else's room and be an asshole about it. If you tell us to be an equal right and supposed to work together, then act like comrades. Don't be a sexist asshole about it.
And is he literally just like side-eyes Annika like we're supposed to work under that fucking idiot? I can demote him for you. And he literally just like clicks his gun.
Alright. Tomorrow's going to be a hell of a day. One way or another. See you tomorrow. Now get the fuck out of my room.
You got it.
She did not got it, because Hazel wanted to have a touching moment so Annika would know she has her back. But Annika don't need nobody, so it backfired. And then Hazel was mildly harassed by Hun, and Hazel shooed her off with the necklace she looted earlier. And then Nazim followed Michelangelo to learn more about him. But all he managed to learn was one thing.
What makes an alpha? To you. She doesn't seem very ambitious. Does she? Really? What stopped her? You think it had to do with that kid? Yeah, but doesn't that paint a bigger target on you when you're higher up? And then he looks at him and he kind of like leans on the table. He's like, "Are you sure you could handle that if you were alpha?" Sure, how?
Authority.
Word of the day. So it's like, so what makes an Omega? How do you become an Omega? Or, I mean, Alpha. Excuse me. Jesus.
Authority.
Is there anything else?
Well, you have to have strength. But you can have authority.
What's your specialty in strength? What do you do? What's your weapons of choice?
That's good.
Yeah, what do you like to use to kill people?
Get wisdom into everything. And without looking away, take that gun to the side and put it on the table.
And Nazim literally looks at the gun. He's like, this is nice. And he just kind of like, he's like, may I take it for a second?
Man is not such a man's gun.
And he just like takes his gun out, like slaps it on the table in front of him, and he just like makes him touch it. It's like, oh, now you broke the rules. I just imagine like, no homo. Jesus Christ. And so when he does this, he literally takes his gun off the table, the guy's gun, Mike's gun, and looks at it, like examines it, and then sits it down. He's like, oh yeah, so where's that authority you mentioned? We're gonna be working under you tomorrow, yeah? Or getting the mission from you.
Yep, that's right. I will be here in the morning, and I shall stay. What you do? Come to your home to love. I think I kind of like you, man.
He just smirks at him and like raises his cider.
My name's good old Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
That,
Nazim is so fucking nosy. Mike gave us a mission. He said we were supposed to recruit people at the 8th Rest. We need 5 people total, and it can be anyone, apparently. They could be a homeless person, it could be whatever. Did you just give Unum with shades? I just saw Unum like jump into shades. I was like, whoa. Badass. Suddenly. I did not expect that. I just saw them stand there, and he just slips right into it. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Yeah. Oh, look, we're communicating. I like that we're communicating. Good job, Tio. Oh my god. These guys look pretty powerful. Hey, it's totally it's totally the same place. This yeah. When Unum runs into the place, Nazim tries to stop him, but he obviously misses, and he's just like, "Are you fucking kidding me? This fucking kid." No, he's not going to try. He's just gonna like half-assly try to reach him, and then he's gonna miss and be like, "For fuck's sake, this brat." Good thing he's a kid, or he'd blow everything. Oh shit! Never mind. Which one? Oh, the big one.
Yes, but it's like a brick wall.
I think we should hire her.
What? What are you, 12?
What are you, 5? Oh my god. Oh, you beat my mommy?
mom. Take your pet though. You look at them and
Why do I imagine you? I just imagine you and bringing them out like this is my choice. It's like fuck you.
grabs stuff behind her and wants water. Third stage has to stop and stop. Okay, come on. She reaches out and takes his hand and grabs it. The table.
Zim just goes in. He's like whatever. Oh shit. Yes.
You know, lady at the middle table for the front?
This one?
Yeah.
I think I can see her. Is it actually smoky in this room, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like, I think I can see her. Not too sure. It's kind of smoky as shit in there.
Okay, well, I don't know how to explain this, but she's a dirty cop.
So we don't want to talk to her then.
Probably not.
Do you think she's going to cause us any trouble?
To be honest, I don't know.
So if we have to, we should split her off and probably take care of her.
That's probably yes, but let's try not to get hurt.
Sounds good to me.
Hazel returns Nazim's scarf, and then Percy identifies someone else as a potentially off person.
Alright, so we have to worry about the woman in the front row middle, and then left to right, back left. Yeah. So how about we just ignore them for now?
Finally, they're inside, and everyone has to roll notice to see Unum trying to stealth messages at them that the other patrons won't see.
Yeah, fuck yeah! It's not a negative. Jesus. Fuck you with your +1, 5. I hate this game.
Unum manages to communicate that this person is not cool. Why are they not cool? I don't know.
So, ladies and no-goes. So it's 3 no-goes, so we only have 2 others. So, I like the fact that if we listen to Mike, we've already got fucked. Big time. So this one works here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Nazim literally just, like, bumps both of them. He's like, I'm gonna go talk to our dude over here, since he's the only reasonable choice at the moment. Okay, so then Nazim's gonna take up a spot right next to the guy right here. Is she watching us?
He's basically just passing over his shoulder, trying to like looking away, glancing over again.
So would they notice this?
Yes.
S-
Not because
Yeah, okay, fair. So Nazim literally glares at her every time she looks over. And he's like, do you fucking mind? Like, just like that look. You're up.
Meanwhile, this girl here has to like kind of fix, things like talk it all, write it all. No, oh, and she starts like signing I'm a bad guy.
Hazel doesn't want to be seen by the dirty cop, of course, but in her attempt to get around them and get to Unum, she gets interrupted by the sex worker.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. Of course, Ed, of course. Hazel is fucking popular with all the ladies, Jesus.
Fine, but you know anybody, send them my way.
I need the money.
Okay, will do. Then she gives herself up. What? Uh-huh. Are you in the right place? Yeah. I'm good. I'm just heading over to the table over there. You need to relax. Relax. Enjoy yourself. This is a fun place. She just turned on her arm and started to here. And walking the room.
Hazel gets the good shit, and he just gets hit in the crotch with his people's faces. I don't want.
It's all the cranberries. And the farmer.
Percy gets poisoned and stabbed. He still got that egg? He still got that egg, right?
After the awkward interaction with the sex worker, Hazel goes to talk to Unum's bounty hunter friend and try to decide if she likes her or not. Nazim, of course, gets compelled to finally go and talk to the obvious druggie in the corner.
He's like, "Are you being?" And he just like looks at him like side eyes. He's like, "Are you being watched?" Yeah, oh great. Of all things. Yeah, it's not too bad. I see you must be on some good drugs then. You can't fool me, dude. He's just like, he like shows like a vial of stuff. He's like, I got some good shit. If you're willing to pay. We're supposed to be fucking recruiting. He's like, I'm selling some drugs. And he kind of wants to get his business in a way, so it's like, he'd probably be like, so I can help you with that if you're willing to work for me. Well, not for me personally. That sounds good. Now, are you good with not talking about what you're working for? And then he comes back and he's like, I've got my guy. Hey, he's good for grunt work. We don't need leaders. Mike might be okay, but Annika will be like, what the fuck? So Hazel's back with us then, yeah?
Yeah, she's ordered a glass of water and she's back in the place.
So you found someone? I'm assuming it's that big lug over there?
It's what she got.
Don't worry, she seems a lot more capable than what I got. He just kind of points to the drug addict behind him.
Hazel kind of leans over to look at the guy. Braces her eyebrows. Wow.
Yeah. There's not many choices in this place, considering we know that most of them are not to mess with.
Next, there's a scene where Percy goes to rob the person while they're gone. Meanwhile, the dirty cop and the sex worker start arguing over Hazel, but not arguing over Hazel, just arguing about Hazel. And then Hazel takes the cop aside, and the group follows to listen in.
Like, Percy is, like, knelt down behind them for some reason. Zooming in. He is, but he's just, like, bent down. Okay, let me get close. I never zoom in like this, ever. Like I should. It's cute. Sacrifice him to the potato gods.
The dirty cop tries to blackmail Hazel, so Hazel blackmails the dirty cop right back. And thusly, Hazel gets to recruit the cop via blackmail. It's wonderful. Then they bring all the recruits back to the Quick Brown Fox and find...
Oh, why is the polar bear? Why is the polar bear dead? It's dead.
The polar bear is not dead.
Oh.
But their breathing is very fragile.
Yeah, fair.
And are you singer?
You bitch!
Hazel wigs out and tries to do first aid, but actually makes it worse because she rolls a -1. Meanwhile, bounty hunter Maggie recognizes Hun as Melody. Nazim gives the druggy drugs and then goes to report everything to Annika.
We got this big bounty hunter lady, Maddie, I think her name was. You can thank Unum and Hazel for that. They're the ones who got her, pretty much. Then I guess Hazel is responsible for that, and he points to the redhead. I guess, is she redhead? I don't know what she is. Like, okay, cool. It's like, apparently she's a dirty cop. For some reason, she decided to ask her to join, and I chose a drug addict that just ran to the bathroom.
A drug addict.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I intend to, but that'll keep them working. I think it's a grunt level at least. He looks like he can punch some heads in if we need that muscle. Yeah, Sincere's kind of a little bitch, so. Okay, out of the group, it seems like this big one right here seems the most useful. I don't know about the cop. You have to ask Hazel about that. Jesus Christ. That doesn't even look right. It doesn't even look like shades anymore. Oh my god! Raccoon. Oh my god. So Western. Yo. So Hun's been replaced with a better bounty hunter. Let's get rid of her. I'm just kidding. Switch out our team. He literally just walks up to Hun and he's just like slaps her back. Yo, Hun! Or Melody.
Melody really choked on a drink. And okay, first of all, hold that. Second of all, is your name Melody?
No. I'm gonna call you Melody. Or Han.
No. Call Mike, I don't know.
But hey, I've got you a new friend. You like friends, right? You're all about that friendship, aren't you? Probably somebody with some good information. He's not letting her hear this, of course. Han, shut the fuck up. Our work here is done.
As things are winding down, Annika takes Unum aside for a chat. Nazim goes to Sincere, and Sincere's about to explain what's going on with the polar bear when Michelangelo barges in.
Yeah, Mike, we got 3 out of 5. The rest were unsatisfactory. Whoa. Unum? Well, this time it's more the fact that you don't want people stabbing you in the back, do you? You want your authority to be taken seriously, and those people were not taken seriously at all. I'm talking to you, aren't I?
You went to her before you even went to me.
Your ass was all the way over there. I didn't even see you. Plus, there's a fucking polar bear here. I think that took most of the attention away.
Your job, just me.
Oh. And he slaps his hand away. He's like, no.
Your job is just me. That is to worry about the boat. It's not to worry about Thomas. You worry about me.
What's there to worry about? hate to say this, but Nazim has his gun at his stomach.
Right.
I'm not the one with a gun to their stomach.
Pull that out.
It's not hard to pull a trigger at point blank range.
That's the only problem you're going to have. That's the problem. And if you're lucky, that turns into everyone.
He puts it down. He's like, fine, sure, whatever.
He's kind of like, he jumps to even let everyone go, steps back. Ain't it over, Nazim?
Sure thing, Mike.
Say,
I expect nothing from you.
put him off from behind.
Here, Nazim was trying to be like at least civil with his asshole like earlier. Now he's just like, fuck you.
How many cranberries? And that's not.
While Itness goes to get Unum about 50 cranberries, Sincere explains that a bloodhound mistreated the polar bear and that his friend Roland was killed. The polar bear cub was being framed for killing Roland, and now Sincere is very sad.
My condolences. But thank you. And he just walks away. Roland was the friend he was sitting with at the beginning. Like they looked identical almost. Yeah, I think it was at the beginning. Yep. Yo, Annika. I have a question to ask you away from these people.
First, Nazim asks about his father's spear, if Annika still needs it, and if Nazim could have it instead. She promises to get it for him. Second thing he asks about...
And about Mike, your douchebag coworker. What would happen if I were to kill him? Probably sneakier to shoot him in his sleep, pillow over his face. That would be my way of doing it. Or I can OD him. It's fair. It's always good to have that open up for maybe new arrivals.
Annika gives him the go-ahead, but insists that the group keep the side mission to themselves.
And he tells Percy, of course, what happened and what he said. He just tells him. And he's like, we're going to have to tell the others too. If you don't mind us backstabbing this prick.
Before he can do that, the bear starts talking.
What's going on? Where am I? What's going on? Wait a minute. The bear's talking? Yeah.
It's a shifter. Well, he just told Percy what he told Annika about backstabbing the douchebag in the next mission. And he's going to tell Hazel, and I don't know about... Yeah, Unum too, I guess, even though Unum is... Unum. Hey, Hazel. Hey, Hazel. Yo, cop. Coppa. Pig. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
How much is that with his character and how much was it?
He just called her a cop. That's about it. He didn't call her a pig.
Okay. Okay, yeah, she was like, so what?
I need to speak with you. We got some important business to discuss.
Nazim proceeds to round everyone up and confirm that they are in fact going to try and kill Michelangelo if they can. After this short but delightful conversation, Hazel goes off on her own and then gets approached by Hun/Melody once again. Not with fawning, but with a complaint.
Nice. Repercussions.
Hun and Hazel's conversation starts to get heated, and Percy and Nazim start listening in. At one point, Hun accuses Hazel of liking and/or using and/or sleeping with Percy and/or Nazim, and something about that makes the fight get physical.
Boy. That's because no human being is a tool. And she's very important.
Oh goodness.
She raises her hand up by her head. Whoa. Calm down. No, you want to start this? You want to start this with me?
The fight breaks out, a chair gets broken, fists go flying, and eventually Hun just nopes out. Because who is going to handle Hazel in a 1-to-1 fist fight? Nobody. Also, the druggie has a stool on his head, and it's kinda funny for a second, but Hazel's not done starting fights. Not with Nazim and Annika joking about putting Hazel in a fighting tournament.
So she turns to them. Okay. But as soon as she starts hearing about the fact that she's trying to make money off of her because of her anger, she just turns and I will not be used by anyone. You hear me? Not for sex, not for money, not for blood, nothing. You hear me?
Yeah.
You're going to use me. That's a joke? That's a joke to you? Calling people mentally, that's a joke? Hey, calm down. Daddy tells us to cut you over there. Calm down. Where did you come from? No, you have no idea where this is coming from. Really, no idea. None whatsoever. None at all. Both of you understand. I have no idea what you're going to do. None at all. So very sure. After this comment, Hazel starts to complain a little bit. And she wants
Annika proceeds to rant about how Hazel isn't special, and everyone's got baggage, and if she thinks no one can understand her, she's absolutely wrong, even providing various examples of people around the room. Hazel isn't happy to hear all of this and just dips out. And with that, the night ends on this note, as does the session. Ta-da!